used for a lot of different things. You'll notice a lot of people make a lot of money on YouTube. People like PewDiePie or Jenna Marbles and all these famous channels, they make millions of dollars from YouTube. And people can build a brand in many different ways, but music has really taken off on these video channels. And you look at YouTube, you look at Vimeo, you look at Daily Motion and all these video sites, they have all of your favorite artists on them promoting their lyric videos, their music videos, and just getting their songs out there and getting millions and millions of views, sometimes even a billion or more. So if you look at the top video sites, these are some that you can kind of look at when it comes to starting a video channel to promote your music. It's a great way to get a lot of traffic. Obviously, YouTube is the top video site, and it's also number 3 in the entire world in traffic. Vimeo's up there very high. Daily Motion as well. Of course, some of these other ones aren't really ones you can upload music to, but the main 3 I would focus on are YouTube, Vimeo, and Daily Motion. Start a channel on all 3 of those. Start promoting your music. Even if you don't have music videos yet, you can do lyric videos, put the lyrics and line them up with your vocals, and it will allow you to at least get your first listens, your first new fans on these free video channels. Number 2, I would recommend you get on music streaming and download sites. So there's a lot of these now. iTunes is kind of converted to Apple Music, which is a way for you to stream for a monthly fee, and this allows people to have unlimited access to unlimited music for a monthly payment. Spotify is similar. Of course, we have Tidal, Napster, which used to be Rhapsody. Google Play, of course, is in there now. And you could submit your music to all these sites. So what you would do, you can go to, say, iTunes, and you go to apple.com/iTunes slash working dash or working iTunes or working dash iTunes or working with iTunes, whatever it is. Anyway, you can go to the apple.com/iTunes website and look up working with iTunes and how can you upload Apple Music, and you'll end up on a place like this. This is what the page looks like, and it's basically the frequently asked questions about uploading to iTunes, getting approved. They have an application here with a link to it right here. You fill out this application, and if you get approved, you can start posting your music on iTunes, which still happens to be pretty much the biggest database of music. So of course you want to get on iTunes. Google Play is another one, of course, trying to compete with Apple. They have their music platform and app platform, and you'll notice that it's the primary one for Android devices. If you have an Android smartphone, you know what I'm talking about. And you can get started by uploading your music there as well. And then they have a get started page here. You go to play.google.com/artist. I will have links to all of these websites that you need in the description for uploading and things like that. So I would definitely get on these major sites here that are known for streaming and downloading music. Another one you want to do is an online radio type platform, which is Pandora Radio. So Pandora Radio allows you to stream music, but it's in a little bit different way than the others. Some of them, I think Apple Music does have a radio version now that's similar to Pandora, but Pandora kind of started the whole streaming music radio platform. They're kind of the ones that got famous for it. And if you go to DIY music, you can see an article here that says how to get your music on Pandora Internet Radio. It's a great article. It tells you step by step how to get on Pandora Radio, which can be a bit of a process, but it can be really worth it if you get on there. So it kind of gives you step by step what to do, and make sure that you can get the most traffic possible by getting on all these types of sites. Pandora is one of the biggest in terms of traffic. They're a billion-dollar company. You definitely want to be a part of Pandora if possible. Number 4 is Last.fm. Last.fm is kind of its own special music platform. It's a little bit different from the others, but they do help new artists really well because they kind of mix new artists with established artists that you already like when you're listening through them. DIY Musician also has a great article here on how to get set up with Last.fm if you are an artist, and it will allow you to just go step by step and set that up. So I'll have links to all of these like I said earlier, and you can use these to get on Last.fm, which allows you to get discovered and get listened to by being mixed with other musicians that people already know. So it kind of puts you together, and it allows you to get put in some of the same playlists and things as some of the top artists while being similar to their style of music. If people might like you, you'll grow in popularity through Last.fm. Number 5, you can do email for album sites. So this is basically when you're trying to promote your new album, you're trying to promote your band or yourself as an artist, and it allows you to basically trade your free album for email. So instead of them paying for your album, and this might be better especially when you're starting out, because it can really be hard to get your first sales if you are not known by anyone and you're not really discovered yet. So one thing you can do is collect an email list, which I'll talk more about in a little bit, but you can trade a free album in exchange for people to give you their email. You can build an email list, and then you can use people's email to constantly market to them your latest songs, promotions, and things like that, when you'll be in town, and all these types of things. So Noise Trade is one of the best sites for this. Also, we have Bandcamp. Bandcamp allows you to get discovered by doing this, collecting emails and things like that. So I would sign up with those two, especially if you're really hurting for your first few sales. Those can really help you build an email list, build a following, and kind of get in front of as many people as possible. Number 6 is SoundCloud. SoundCloud is one of the biggest audio sites on the web, and it's not just a music site, which is why I have it kind of in its own standalone category. It's an overall audio website, but they do support music really well. A lot of people post music and things like that on there. They have an app. You can get the app for Apple or Android, whichever device you have, and it allows people to stream audio, whether it's podcasts or whether it's audiobooks or music, things like that. In this case, you'll want to do music, of course, for SoundCloud, and this can allow you to get in front of even more people by going through a audio-only website, which is completely geared towards music, audiobooks, and podcasts. So another thing you can do is number 7, live performance promotion sites, which would be bands in town, Songkick, things like that. This is when you are trying to get people to your live performance but may not be well known yet. One thing you can do is go to, say, Bands in Town, for instance, and they will help you get in front of people and help people find you if you're going to be doing some live performances coming up, but you might be a new band or you might be undiscovered, and it allows people to find new, fresh artists and bands and get discovered and find you and go to your concert, whether you are a big time performer yet or not. So I would recommend you sign up with Bands in Town as well as Songkick. Number 8, Reddit Music. So Reddit is one of the most highly trafficked sites on the internet. Reddit is not really social media and it's not really a forum. It's kind of somewhere in between there. I don't really know what you would call it. But either way, it works, especially with the younger crowds, millennials. There's all kinds of them on Reddit, and they tend to love um, their stuff. So, what you want to do is use Reddit Music. They have an entire music subreddit. They have all kinds of other more specific music subreddits. And if you look at some of these top songs and things like that, they've been upvoted thousands of times. So if you look at these are music videos, these are songs, these are music streaming, things like that, um, and people talking about songs. And it's just one of the biggest communities as far as everything. They have topics on everything, they have subreddits for everything. Music is one of the popular ones, and you can get discovered on here if you're really good. So definitely get on Reddit. It's completely free, and you can do well if your content is good. Number 9, stock music sites. So when it comes to selling music that's maybe instrumental or music that you're not necessarily trying to sell albums or downloads, but you're trying to sell stock music that can be used in the background for podcasts, for introductions, for YouTube videos, and things like that. Stock music musicians can do very well themselves, and they may not be as famous or well known, but you can sell this kind of music on a lot of different places. It's just music that can be bought and used combined with other things. They just have to buy the rights to use it. So you can sell stock music like that on a lot of different sites. In fact, there is an article on demoduck.com that says 8 stock music sites that don't suck. These are 8 of the best ones I've found as well, so it's a great post. I definitely recommend this one. As far as their list, it's a high quality list of these types of sites. So you have the Music Bed, you have Premium Beat, Audio Jungle, Marmoset. So you can just kind of go down the list and get your stock music on these types of sites if you're going to go the stock music route. Number 10 is music blogs. And music blogs, of course, are pretty straightforward. They are blogs that talk about latest music, music news, new artists that have been discovered, and things like that. So, Digital Music News is a site that has a really good post here, very popular post on the 20 most influential music blogs. I definitely recommend you check this out. And it talks about some blogs that you can get discovered on by being featured on. So Pitchfork, you have Consequence of Sound, Tiny Mixtapes, Resident Advisor, Stereo Gum. You can just kind of go down the list and see if you can get featured in articles and get your songs featured on these types of sites, which can be huge because each one of them has a huge fan base. Number 11 is social media. Of course, social media, because of how much traffic they get. Facebook, over 1 billion users. Twitter has like 700 million plus users. Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr. Those are going to be your 5 favorites as far as promoting music, I would say. Facebook, of course, you can create your own page as a celebrity or as a band. And you have Twitter, of course. Twitter is always very popular for celebrities or people that could become celebrities as a music artist. If you get famous, you're instantly a celebrity. Snapchat, Instagram, they are really geared towards videos and images. So you can do images behind the scenes. You can do videos, little clips from your songs, little teaser trailers of your songs and your albums and things like that, to really get people excited about your music. And Tumblr. Tumblr really covers a lot of different things. They're kind of a social media blog platform. So when it comes to getting as many eyeballs or as many ears on your music as possible, You want to go through those main ones. You can go to Sonic Bid's blog and look up the top 8 social media outlets to promote your music and how to best use them. It's a great post that I recommend you look at because not only does it list the top ones that you should look at for promoting your music as far as which social media platforms you should focus on, which ones you should just forget about. Like if you on Google Plus, you probably won't do too much promoting music on Google Plus, for instance, or Pinterest, but it tells you which ones to focus on and how to actually get started. Some bonus tips like when the best time to post is. For instance, you might want to post in the early afternoon on Facebook to get the most views, things like that. They'll give you some really good tips. You can even use Vine. Vine's another good one, kind of a quick video social media platform. So I would go down this list. I'll have a link to this in the description, and I would go through there and get on those, get your band, get your artist profile on those, and start promoting yourself, start promoting your music and things like that on there. Number 12 is Dosmia. Dosmia is kind of a cool platform that a lot of people don't know about because it may not be as well known as, say, Apple or Google Play, but it allows you to submit your music as an artist, and it allows you to keep 50% of advertising revenue out on royalties, and of course it's completely free, but they make a lot of money off advertising and they pay you 50% as the artist, but they have all kinds of music recommendations and things like that. They're really good at getting new music discovered. That's kind of their whole platform. And as a new artist, as someone who's trying to get their music out there, this can be one of your greatest tools that you can use. So you definitely want to sign up for Dosmia. Just go to dosmia.com and you'll end up on a page like this. You just click the submit your music button and kind of get started from there. Next, you want to create a website, and I actually have a series of videos for some things along those lines that you can check out on my YouTube channel. And here's just a few of them. You have 20 website traffic tips, how to get 100,000 visitors a month. So if you need traffic, you already have your website. That's kind of how to get some traffic. And how to optimize your website, things like that, to help you get ranked for your band, for your song names, things like that. You can use this one, Best Website Builder, the top 10 builders and how to pick one. I did a video basically breaking down the top website builders, so if you want to keep things simple and just build a website yourself, kind of using drag and drop and just building a website pretty quickly without having to pay a bunch of money and hire somebody to do it, you can just watch this video and I'll kind of break down which ones you should look at. Some of them are actually geared towards things like music and art, so I would go for them if you're doing music. Also, I did a video on how to choose a website domain name. Of course, you'll want to go probably with your artist name or your band name, of course, if it's not taken. And that will help you just kind of pick the best domain name. Even if it's taken, you can maybe find alternatives. Watching this video, I'll give you some tricks to do that. So just things like that will help you build a better website. I recommend those videos, and you can find those on my YouTube channel by going to my channel page and then using this search bar right here next to the About button. Another thing you want to do is email marketing. Email marketing is really helpful even in music. A lot of people don't think of this as something that helps musicians, but email marketing is one of the best forms of marketing for everything, not just business to business type companies, not just retail stores, but also for music as well. You can go to musicthinktank.com and they have a complete guide to email marketing for musicians. This is kind of a starter blog post that I would recommend you read over and kind of build a plan off of. Once you've kind of gone over this and you want to get a little more advanced as to how to build an email list, like I mentioned earlier, there's a few platforms that allow you to trade free albums for emails. You might use those along with this guide. And then when you want to get a little bit more professional, a little bit more in depth and build a bigger list and really start promoting your band to a lot of subscribers, you want to go to this post right here, which is on Aweber's website. Aweber is one of the top marketing platforms for email, and they actually have a free PDF guide that you can get just by downloading here on this page called Email Marketing for Musicians. It's on Aweber. I'll have a link for you in the description, but it's a little bit more in-depth and it's going to be more premium content because they are experts in this kind of stuff. So definitely do this after you've kind of gotten into the basics from this post, and that will give you a really good understanding of how to promote your brand as a musician, as an artist, as a band using email marketing, which is the most high converting marketing channels we have. So if you feel like you got something from this video, if you feel like you learned something that can help you promote your music, whether it's stock music, whether it's rock, whether it's pop, whatever it is your music is, whatever genre, whether it's instrumental, whether you sing, whether you do stock music, it doesn't really matter. Whatever kind of music you're doing, whatever your preferences are, whatever your budget is, it doesn't matter. These are the best free and very low cost strategies for promoting your music. These will help you really get discovered, and if your music is good, you will take off if you carry out these 14 steps. So get on these websites I recommend. I'll have the links in the description. If you liked the video, if you learned something from it, please like and subscribe so I can create more videos like this for you to help you out, help you promote your music, and really become famous. I'd love to, get a message from you one day saying, hey, I watched your channel and it really helped me become famous, become a band that really took off, that's really up and coming, that's on iTunes now and doing big performances. That would be the coolest thing ever if I got a message from you like that. I'd love to help you out, and liking and subscribing would help me create more videos like this for you. If you